Hi ho guys, this is Rich again. Going over my little 97 QX4 that I got here that I did the supercharger swap on. This is kind of like a part 4, not supercharger related. Still have zero issues with that after driving it for a while. Love it, love it, love it. Highly suggested. You can check out my other videos on how to do that. I'm a lot more detailed than a lot of other people, most other people actually online on how to do that. But the one I want to go over right now is a little bit of a separate deal. I started thinking, and I had some parts laying around, and I figured, what would be kind of cool to add to this thing. I figured, well, it's kind of looking almost like a start of a little bit of a zombie apocalypse vehicle, so, why not shoot the moon and go for some tech stuff to maybe help out with that aspect of it. So what I did is, if you notice, right next to my infinity emblem in the grill on the right side, what is that? I wonder. Oh. Oh. That's what that is. That is night vision, my friends. This is not your standard, has infrared LEDs that project infrared light, and then it augments that in order to see things. It's not the green screen, like actual night vision. This is better. This is a legitimate FLIR system, which stands for forward-looking infrared. This is a camera that, whether you have light or not, this detects heat signatures. It's actual thermal vision. Just like Predator. What this means is, first of all, the range is, as far as how far it'll detect from. I mean, this is ridiculous as far as the range on this thing. I wish I could show you, but it's a little bit harder right now. But just take my word for it. It's amazing. This camera, just to let you know, this actually was factory on a Cadillac DeVille. Either a DTS or a DHS, I believe, and it has to be a 2000 through 2005, I want to say. There's two different versions of the camera that they made. This is the early version, which has a 6-pin single plug. The later versions have a 6-position plug. It's actually the same plug, just they only use 4 of the holes, and then they have a separate plug on the front nose cone right next to the lens, which has 2 wires. I have the other style with me, believe it or not, so I can show you what that one looks like here, if I can dig it out. Yeah, here we go. The other version looks like this. So it's got a recessed lens. This one's got a crack in it too. I don't know if you can, you can just see it right there. That's why I didn't use this one. It works fine, but you can see it's got a smaller aluminum finned housing on the back, and it's got your 2 separate plugs. Okay, but the wiring is essentially the same, either one you have. And basically, what you got is 6 wires total in either style. And what you want to do is, once you figure out your mounting bracket, which for mine I have a flat plate that I kind of cobbled in there with some reinforcement brackets so it don't shake around and everything. I'm not going to get into how to do that because every vehicle's different, but the wiring will be the same no matter which vehicle you got. And then obviously you got to find a hole, cut a hole for it. So I'm kind of teared up a little bit, wrecking a perfectly mint condition Infinity grill, but hey, all's fair in love and war, So wiring, you have, these are the colors. You have 2 blacks with a white stripe. Those are both ground. You have a pink wire and a brown wire. Both of those are 12 volts switchable. I don't know about the amp ratings. Right now I got them both running through a 15 amp fuse, and it seems to be working just fine. The other 2 wires are in a cloth taped and tinfoil covered, shielded. This is important. It's got to be shielded. Wiring harness, which is kind of separate from the rest of it. And those are actually NTSC RCAs. So basically what you got to do is you cut back the insulation a little bit, you cut back the tinfoil a little bit, and that'll expose 2 separately insulated colored wires inside, a green one and a yellow one. The green one you would want to wire to, you just find yourself like a male end that goes into the back of a radio or something like that, okay? And what you're going to want to do is the same thing on that, you know, cut back the insulation and the tin foil on that one and expose your 2 wires. The one that goes to the center pin is going to be your green wire. The one that goes to the outer prongs or outer contact is going to be your yellow wire. When you look up the wiring diagrams online for these cameras, you find out that they say that the green is the high level RCA and the yellow is the low level RCA. It basically just translates into high is middle and the low is the outer. Once you do that, you just got to get yourself either an LCD screen that accepts a video, you know, just a yellow RCA style video in. What I did on mine is I have a double DIN radio that's aftermarket that has a video in slot, and I just plugged it into that. And you know, that's what I'm running right there. I did mess up on one thing, and this is why I say it's so important to shield it. I'm getting interference. The camera works. The range is amazing, like I said, as far as how far away it actually works from driving down the road and stuff. It's great, but I'm getting a lot of grainy texture, so there's a lot of noise, I guess, not audible noise, but you know, video noise and interference, a lot of fuzz, some snowflakes, and from what I'm understanding online, the reason is because I ran out of length on my RCA cable that I was using, and I used just regular speaker wire. Just to see if it worked, just to get it going. I'm going to replace it with a lot longer actual, you know, NTSC RCA cable, and I'm going to just, you know, where I make my connections, I'm going to cover everything in tin foil again, just to, you know, hopefully make sure that there's no interference with anything, and I'll retape it up, and I think it's going to work 100% better. That's the only mistake I made that I wish I didn't do at the time, but I just, you know, out of options, and I wanted to, you know, just get it done. But yeah, I mean, that's basically it. That's what you do. You mount the damn thing. Also, if you can get the camera with the cover, you know, the protective cover, these lines actually don't matter as far as the resolution or anything. You don't even see them in the picture. But that's going to protect that lens from any stone debris or, you know, road debris or anything else like that. That's vital. The germanium lens on these things, which is a rock, it's actually not glass or anything. This is a mineral. They actually crack real easy. And that's it.